Do it.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
It's Frank. Hi, Frank.
Frank wanted to say hi, everyone.
Oh, he looks like a member of the clergy right now.
He's wearing a tight little t-shirt. He really is into wearing tight t-shirts these days. So yes, his little he does. He's very priestly.
I love it. I love it.
Everyone.
Let me confess, Frank.
Depending on where you are. Okay. All right. That does work, Frank. How do we keep this house filled with bones and sticks and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know though. If I could just watch Frank for the next hour, I'd be fine.
Well, that would be Frank's preference. Okay. You have to go down now. Okay.
Thanks so much for joining us. If you are here live, you can say hi in the comments. We would love to know that you're here. And Kristine and I, this is our second.
Is it second or third?
Hi, Katie. Oh, is it our third official?
I think
it's the second since I've used the thumbnail.
Well, maybe we made a new thumbnail. I don't know. I think it's our third.
Yeah. Sorry.
Maybe it was an unofficial one, and this is like an official one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So welcome to Studio Sessions. Katie says hi, Frank.
Hi.
Hi, Katie.
Frank says hi back.
Glad you're here. We are going to just chat today about some Squarespace updates, design trends, experiences with other platforms, things in the new year. Hi, Kathy. Hi. Hello. I love when people say hi.
Hi.
Although it's so funny, like I don't know who you are.
Reveal yourself, or tell us where you're from. I always like that. That's always very interesting to me.
Yes. Where are you from? I am in Austin, Texas today. It is a little bit cloudy here, strangely.
Mm-hmm. I'm in Vancouver, Washington, and it has been downright springy lately. Yesterday, I was like, I had the sunroof open in the car, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize. Well, that you've got to speed. I didn't realize how much I was missing the sunshine until it was out.
Yeah.
It's spring in my step that was missing the day before.
So I fly to New York tomorrow, and I was looking at packing, and it's like the high is 30 one day. And I'm like, oh, I should just not leave Austin this time of year. This is the time to be here.
Oh, a fellow Washingtonian.
Yes, hello.
Nice. Hi.
I was just in Italy. Oh,
man.
Maybe that's where we do our next meetup.
Old.
I'm from Alaska. Yeah, it's colder there for sure. Yeah.
But you're a parking pro though, Christy. I feel like you're going to be able to do it. Although, do you have a lot of cold weather clothes living in Austin, Texas? Do you have like a secret back of a closet somewhere that's got the one winter coat in it?
I have two packable like down coats, and one is for when it's like 40 degrees and one is for when it's like 20 degrees. But you have to scale that based on how I'm used to living. So like the one that's like 40 degrees for most people, I'm like, it's 60 degrees and I'm wearing that coat. The 20-degree coat I wear when it's like 40 degrees. So yeah, I've got my Eddie Bauer packable down coat and that I'll be taking with you.
Love it.
Can you come? Yes. Perfect. Come to New York.
To get me to go.
The meetup to Italy probably is what you're talking about. Yeah, we'll make that happen. Love to have some snow right now. Yeah, Diane has like 6 inches of snow. Oh, thank you. Yes, Florence. I was in Florence before COVID and I loved it. Would love to come back. Amazing.
I was in Florence in the 2000s. My guess is it's changed a bit. Or maybe not.
40.
I don't know.
Heat wave of 40. Yeah, I would be wearing my warmest coat, Megan. My warmest coat. Thanks so much for chatting with us.
It's you're getting old when you talk a lot about the weather, because I could talk about anything, but
speaking of getting old, I was trying to read instructions for this new tech gadget I bought and I couldn't read them. So my phone, my photo reel is basically just photos of things that I can't read. So I take a photo of it so I can blow it up. Yeah. That's how you know you're old.
Well, we were at a restaurant the other night and we all agreed that it was too dim in there because no one could read the menu.
Yeah.
And of course the young kids were like, it's so hip, it's so fun. And I was like, I can't see anything.
I can't see.
So yeah, we all had our phones out with the lights on to look at the menu.
Oh yeah, the flashlight so you can see the menu. Yeah. So, familiar. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Freezing in Rochester. Yeah, it's going to be cold in New York City. Cackle. Yes. Yeah, getting old is fun.
For now, at least, I'm only carrying my husband's set of glasses in my purse, the ones that he thinks he doesn't need,
Right. Not for you.
No, they're totally.
You're just you're kind to carry them for
convenient.
Him.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, speaking of
the bulk pack, though.
Well, speaking of being old, I used to love it when new updates rolled out for anything. And I'd be like, oh, my phone has changed. Can't wait to figure all this out. And now I'm like, don't install the update.
Squarespace has been, speaking of, Squarespace has been probably throwing us all for a loop lately with the pace at which changes are rolling out. To fundamental code-based things. So what are your thoughts? I have thoughts, but how is this affecting your actual work, if at all? Is this something anymore that you're trying to keep up with, or are you just ignoring things and forging ahead in bliss? Which camp are you in?
Yeah, it's a combo, right? So some of the things I can be like, ooh, that's a big update, doesn't really affect me. So there are a lot of product block updates that have happened recently, e-commerce updates. I don't do a lot of e-commerce work, so I can just be like, that's happening. I'm aware that it's happening. Glad I don't have to do anything. When other updates roll out, like the header updates and all of my clients experienced their navigation looking weird for part of a day because the update it missed a class or something when they rolled it out.
Or
that is very stressful to me.
Forms.
Yeah. So those are very stressful to me because.
Have you seen a website without a header or a form? Always.
Yeah. Or when your website, when the, subnav isn't taking on the right styles and it just looks really bad. Those are things that make my clients look bad. It makes me look bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Elephant in the room. Does it also make Squarespace look bad? I mean, at what point does that shit roll downhill, right? Do any of your clients ever, is it a Christy fix this issue or is it a Squarespace fix this issue?
Right. Well, they reach out to me and they're like, oh my gosh, something's going on. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I'm like, there was an update that rolled out. I'm sure they're going to get this patched really quickly. But I do find it stressful. And I think that's the part that I don't like. Because even though there's nothing I can do about it part of the time, some of the times it's just something rolled out. It's not anything based on code I've done. And it's weird. Now, sometimes there is code, like Kristine, you and I were looking at a project where we had some custom code on it and Squarespace rolled out updates and it changed something and it broke something on the site.
Surprise!
So, and it didn't occur to us that this particular thing would be affected because it was kind of outside the norm of what you would expect. So you don't think about it.
Yeah.
And, the client reached out and they're like, hey, this disappeared. I'm like, that's weird.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah. Something changed.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I've done since I moved to Squarespace, honestly, in my contracts is that I say, I'm not responsible for platform updates. So if any custom code that I've done in the past is affected by an update, you can re-engage me to fix that, but I can't, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's coming. I can't be responsible for everything that's outside of my control. So that's baked in. However, do I often go back and fix those things for free because I feel bad? Yes.
I do too. Yeah. To me, those are sometimes that's just the goodwill relationship building that you have to do. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate when that relationship tends to be valued between us and our clients, and perhaps less so between Squarespace and their customers. So I think that's actually the opportunity to really sell ourselves as the value add, that I will be the human that will come in and be empathetic and understand that this is a crisis to you on your site. We can fix this. It's not something we're going to just dismiss or wave away. So it's almost an opportunity as well to just show that I'm here to serve you, basically.
I will say that I've been really careful about the custom code that I use now. So the templates that I sell, they have very little custom code, and it's mostly just making things look a little better. So if it breaks, it's not the end of the world. Things still are functional. They still look okay. They just look better with the code. So there are things there that, they're affecting my workflow. On larger custom projects, I still am using RoboWill to do some coding, but I am, again, trying to make it more of a, let's just improve it with the code. Let's not try and change the way something works, because if it breaks in the future, things will still work. They may just not look quite as good. Yeah.
Something that I've been doing, unsponsored plug, I've been really relying on SquareKicker for things that I might have historically. I'm really fast at writing CSS, and so I would have historically just been H1, color blue, whatever, and that would have taken it all of 10 seconds, and I could have just done that. But I have instead turned to putting them into a SquareKicker,
because it's somebody else's problem then.
Sorry, SquareKicker team.
Hannah, Nick, Shannon, passing the buck to you.
It's at least a way, a catch-all, and I think that they have the infrastructure also to more easily flag when those things come up, and so that has been an amazing asset. Not I don't even use it sometimes to do crazy stuff, which you can do. Sometimes I use it to do really basic stuff.
That is so smart. Because you are giving them the code that they need to make the site look its best, but you're not on the hook for keeping it updated when Squarespace makes changes because you're paying SquareKicker. Exactly. That's why they're,
if something, say the header code gets updated, or, as another class changes on something, SquareKicker will roll that out. And, we'll maintain that update. So, I do think that if you're not using a tool like that, which it's in a class of its own, so is there anything else? No. Even if you're using it for very basic things, you do not have to become, this was one of my fears before, I'm not super into all the animation stuff. It's just not how my brain works. I'm not as good at animating things. So even if you don't use those tools, if you don't use anything in the advanced tab, I think still super beneficial.
That is so smart. I may start doing that too. I love that.
Pass the buck, man.
Yeah. Okay, we've got some venting happening in the comments. Let's pop these up. It's Festivus today. Air your grievances with us.
Yes.
I honestly don't know if I'm annoyed, or all I can say is that since I've been building templates, I dropped to silver status, womp womp. And now my design projects this quarter has lost the 20% discount. Ugh. Really annoyed about dropping to silver this year as well. That 20% discount was a selling point that is now gone. Small thing, but really annoying to have to go back and tell them they won't get the perks I promised. Also have to change all my copy on my site. Yipes. I feel you.
I do. I do wonder though, that that can't be like the only reason why people are working with you. I don't mention a discount until it's time to like sign up for Squarespace. And then I feel like it's like a fun little surprise. Like I've told them like, this is going to be the cost of Squarespace based on like the whatever list retail price. And then by the time we go to pay, and I'm like, you can apply my discount, you know, whatever, how it works. Right.
Yeah.
And it's just a little surprise and delight thing because that discount only applies to the first year anyways.
Yeah.
So, maybe don't have that be a selling point. The selling point is working with you. Like y'all are amazing designers. Make that the selling point, you know? You can still include the discount at the very end. And if it changes it what it is, but you've not like, I don't know. You just
I love having those little surprises for clients too. Just like little things they're not expecting that make them happy.
Yeah. What are other things you do that are little surprises?
Well, I send them after we get the website done, I send them little mock-ups that are ready for LinkedIn or social media that like look really cool and professional of the website for them to share. And they love that. So that's not something I ever mention. And I'm like, hey, I just made this for my portfolio and wanted to share it with you too. And they're just like, oh, it's on LinkedIn
that way
now.
Also, if you don't mention it and it's a site you don't want to put in your portfolio, no one needs to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they know about my portfolio, but I make them anyway. I just think it's so fun.
I do that. It just makes people happy. And so okay. What else? You're also really good at sending mail.
I love to send presents, like client gifts. I absolutely love it. So lately, the last year or two, for a while, I was sending like journals and pens, like branded journals with my brand, not the client brand. I want to stay top of mind.
Yeah.
But the last year or two, I've sent Yeti mugs, and every year I change the Yeti mug to a different style. So I have one of like all the sizes and styles I want and colors. So the clients get those too. And the Yeti mugs have been like, I get the most feedback about those things, the Yeti Ramblers.
I love
people love them. Oh yeah.
This does not have the Christy Price brand on it though.
I need to send you one.
Off the rack.
Megan sends a gift with their new logo on it. I love that too. I just have a swag closet with my stuff on it. I'm just going to pull it out and send it.
I send a thanks, THNKS, no A, thanks. And the reason I love that is number one, I don't have to keep a swag closet. Number two, they have one called Thanks Local. And I really love that because it's not just like, here's a Starbucks gift card, you know, it allows people to like they can put in like, I'm in Portland, Oregon or whatever. And it gives them they can choose like their favorite local coffee shop instead. So I think that's pretty cool. Just people all over the country. It's hard to know, like, are you a Dunkin' person or a Starbucks person? But this says, no, we're not, we're going to just go to the local one. And
I learned about this from you years ago. I think when we first met, you sent me a little thanks for something. And it was to like, pick your local beer garden. And I'm like, I like Kristine.
Yeah.
12 Fox, here I come.
There you go. It's here. I'll put it in here. This is not a sponsored link at all. This is just
it's really cool. I love it. Cool. I send it for like little short things. Like if somebody helps me out with something, like another designer, that sort of thing, you know, I'll pop them a thanks. I love that too. I think it's so fun. Or
they have ones also that have like little themes. Like it doesn't happen often, but like every now and again, I'll like screw up and I'll like miss a call or I'm running. And like I hate that. I really that's not who I am. And so they have one that's like, you know, sorry, I biffed it, and it's coffee this afternoon's on me, and like it's like a funny way, brings a little levity to the situation. So it's also really great if like things might have not gone super well, you can kind of smooth things over to just be like, hey, look, I screwed that one up, drinks on me tonight, so sorry. You know,
I love that. A few months ago I had a call with a client, and partway through my internet just went out. And I was trying to do my hotspot, which normally works, but there had been like an OS update and it wasn't working. And it was just a nightmare. And that would have been the perfect use case for that. Just like, man, the universe.
What do you send though when
here's some coffee or a beer?
Exactly. When Squarespace stops working in the middle of a
ooh, the 503s. That's rough. That's so rough.
Yeah. That's the okay, we're gonna have to send like bottles of wine. we're not just in like a drink. We're in like, we need to send bottles phase.
Although I have to say, like, I think it was toward the end of last year, there was an outage, but it was an Amazon Web Services outage, and like nothing was working.
That was the
and I felt like I was a kid and got a snow day. It was so fun.
This is like 1997 again.
Yes. Yes. It was like the snowbird report on the news. It's like, sorry, you can't go to school today. It's like, sorry, I can't work today. Nothing's working. I had to go play with my dogs.
I think actually we had talked about that at the time. It was like in the fall sometime. And we were just like, first of all, it's alarming how many things are all connected in on one.
Didn't realize that. Yeah.
Switch on the back end of the internet can tear the whole thing down. But yeah, it is. I love thinking about it as a snow day. Just going to manifest more of those. For the people in the chat who actually want real snow, I just want internet snow.
Yes. Yeah. I'll take my 60 to 70 degrees and the internet's just not working, so I can go outside and play.
Exactly. Well, speaking of change, it is a new year. And I'm not a new year, new you type of person, but I do feel like it's the time of year we see list after list after list of, things we're going to change this year, things we're going to do better, things we're going to do different, or my favorite, design trends. I have been seeing the same web design trends or graphic design trends or whatever list for 15 years.
Yeah.
Like, what? I mean, I know,
but they give them new names each year.
I know. Are you paying attention to these ever? Should we pay attention to these?
No.
Should we all just laugh at their dumb names and move along? Does anyone actually care?
I'm really curious to hear from you guys who are with us. Like, do you follow the design trends? I don't really, because I feel like I'm going to do what I do regardless of, what the trends are. I keep coming back. Like, I keep remembering was it like 2018, 2019, when there were those amorphous blobs everywhere? I hated those so much. And yeah, the blobs.
And when did you start with web design? Oh, the year.
Oh, I started pre-WordPress, my friend.
Yeah.
I started back in the day where we would build a website in Adobe Photoshop and then cut it into slices and then code tables to put that image slice together into a website.
Layers of buttons on top, right?
It was insane. So this was like pre-Dreamweaver even. So we would create it in Adobe Photoshop. That's how old I am.
Yeah. I started slightly after that, but it was the 2000s. It was some WordPress days. So
yeah, been around for sure. Barbara keeps a swipe file of design elements. Oh yeah. And sometimes trends emerge. Yeah. And I think that's a really nice way to keep a file of things that you like that you can incorporate in your design. Yeah. I don't think I'm ever one to be like, oh, this is the year for brutalism. I'm going to do brutalism websites. That's just not how I design.
Yeah. I also think it's so hard to be like, okay, well, this is going to be the year of glassmorphism. Okay. Well, that's so specific. It's such a specific design choice that you would have to have a client who also has a brand that fits that vein. And I just feel like it's hard to put like web designs into like 5 neat little trends when clients don't fit in 5 neat little boxes,
Yeah. I love the seasonal color palettes, Janelle. Yes, people are into it for sure. And I think that is, yeah, I think that the colors to me feel different than the design trends. I don't know. Is that the same for
Wow.
you?
No, that's actually really smart. I feel like, okay, so next year, 2027, we're going to be like Kristine's 2027 web design colors of the year, because that I actually can really get behind, or maybe even just like font choices.
Oh, we should do that. We should do that. Like the Sherwin-Williams paint color of the year. That's like
the Pantone color of the year.
Yeah.
Except for now it's this like, it's basically white. What's happening?
It is. It's kind of boring. Yeah.
Did we run out of ideas? Because I've got a Pantone book and it's got a lot of choices.
I feel like maybe AI picked it this year. I don't know.
Probably true. What other anti-design trend things do we see? So colors, fonts. Sometimes I'm looking at like packaging in the store, I think is also a really like fun thing to look at. I love seeing that, like you can start to see like a whole brand's color story, or like, oh, and look, I like when there's like, oh, it's not just one color. It's like,
yeah, I actually get a lot of design ideas from print too, like old magazines I'll look through, and I love that. I love seeing how things are laid out on a page. I had a thought, but it was gone.
Oh, sorry.
It was a good one too.
Oh. Maybe it'll come back. If it comes back at all, you pop it out there.
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
So the design trends, so
seeing if it would come back.
I know. I'm like, it was something to do with design. Oh, here it is.
See, I knew it.
It wasn't as good as I remembered, but okay. No, I think a lot of the design trends, honestly, that we see in our community are based on the features that Squarespace rolls out. So Squarespace, like you can animate blocks. Everybody's got animated blocks now. So I feel like they're kind of driving some of those trends that we see by the features they're releasing.
Like, who's the cart? Who's the horse here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we put out these features and then we found some trends to like highlight those features?
Yeah.
Or, okay. Yes. This makes it feel even bleaker, but what Squarespace features would you use that would be trendy?
That's the thing though. I don't really, all of my design style is really minimal and clean.
Dang.
So I just can't do the like things
rotating blocks, y'all. I'm not doing it.
No, I was talking to an author. We are going to do a site for her later this year. And she was showing me this inspiration site and like things were like swooping in. And I'm like, okay, so let's just pause here. I like this layout, but like the things swooping in, we're not doing that. Like,
the other thing that's weird to me is like, I was on a site the other day. It was pretty cool, but I go to hover over the button and the button literally was like, I'm like, why am I playing chase the button? Like,
it's like, where did it go?
Like, this is the time you want to shut up and just like calm down, because I'm actually trying to take action here.
Yeah.
So I was like, if of all the things you want to animate, please, for the love of all things web design, do not make it the button.
And no custom cursors, please. Like trying to figure out what's happening and where my mouse is.
And just horrible for accessibility. I mean, think about everyone who's using the site, and that there might be people with motion issues, or there might be people with sensory issues. There might be people who are using screen readers. There might be people looking only on their teeny tiny little phone. You just cannot possibly convince me that all of that isn't accessible.
Yeah. Kathy says same on the floating buttons. My clients don't want too much. Although I will say I have a floating rotating button on my homepage, but it's like the only thing going on there.
And actually, I stole that idea and I used it on a client.
Okay, that makes me feel
better. I was like, this is cute. And you know what? They love it.
Oh, yay. So, I used it on a client site too.
Those are the small little surprise and delight aspects of the website, where it's just like,
and it's not... And it doesn't interrupt the flow. And if they don't ever engage with it, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not a main driver.
If this fell off, inconsequential.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now that's a good question here.
Yeah.
Max out on design projects per month or quarter? No. That's my answer.
I do.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. Yeah. So I used to, let's look back 3-4 years ago, and I would do one custom build. I would have a custom build schedule for every month. And sometimes they would kind of overlap a little bit, but I would say like 12-ish a year. Plus some template build outs, plus some designer for days. So that was my max 4 years ago. Today, I feel like I am doing a lot of digital products courses. I have a membership that I just started. So my time is split more. So this year, my goal is to do one custom build a quarter and one template build out a quarter. And I've done away with, we talked about this last time, I've done away with my hourly help, and except for past clients, and I've done away with designer for a day for now. So for me, I have a certain amount of time allotted for those things and my kind of larger calendar overall. And I'm doing less now because I can spend more time building up more, or quotes here, passive income streams. So my goal this year is to roll out a new course for web designers on it's the template build out system. So how I run a template build out project, similar to the web designer's playbook. Oh, thank you. So similar to the web designer's playbook, that's how to run a custom project. This will be for template build out projects. So that's something I've been honing over the past several years. So for me, it's a balance now. When I was just doing web design, I did have a max projects because I would get burned out. But Kristine, you don't.
No. Well, I mean, I don't have like a hard quota either. Like, it should come as no surprise to anybody that I'm running mostly on vibes. But lately, I will, if I see a cool project that like I just have to do, because here's the other thing, I say no to like a lot of projects, a lot.
Yeah.
So if I see a cool project, I will 1000% find a way to be a part of it because I want to, and then I will just tap some friends. And that's been a really great way to network also with like other Squarespace designers, but kind of bring them into the fold and get to like share the like build experience with like some people who like, really admire their work, and it really is like a mini hands make light work situation where it's like, okay, well, sure, maybe I should say no to this if it was just me working on it. But if I'm going to bring some friends along, then, and it's a cool project, I will say yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes to my own detriment because I can get a very full plate, but I will say yes. But
you get some cool projects.
Some cool stuff. But I also don't work on a short timeline. I know that like a lot of people who are like, okay, well, I run a 2-week website project. Start on Monday, we launch a week from Friday. Like that is it. I can't work like that. Like it's too frenzied. I like a slower pace. I feel like I want to build like really slower strategic sites. And so a lot of times they're a lot bigger.
You do really complex sites, and a lot of yours are e-commerce or for nonprofits. So those have a lot of complexities. So that would be really hard to fit in to that timeline.
So I think that like for that reason also, it's hard to be like, well, I'm only going to do one this month because I might be working on a project for many, many months. And then it's easy to start overlapping them because if one project is in a build up phase, another one might be in the ramp down phase. And so it's easy to kind of like, get in where you fit in. So vibes mostly, but.
And I'm the opposite. I have like this rigid calendar schedule and I'm like, it starts here, it ends here. And then I have a break. And then the next one starts here.
To do that because I feel like at some point, this was maybe like late 20-teens, that became like the trend of like webs, especially Squarespace. That became the trend of web design. God, we're talking about trends again. And so it seemed like everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is revolutionary. Like a 2-week website project. And then it was like, well, what if I do a 1-week website project? one-day website project. And I just was like, this is not for me. And so I think it's okay to say that, like, that's not,
and it's so funny because it is for me, because my brain needs to know when it starts and when it ends, because I just feel this cognitive load when I have more projects going on that my brain does not like, but it's completely opposite for you. I just find that so fascinating.
And I think that that's like what's like great is that you can listen to somebody else tell you their process and here's what I do and whatever, but I am not you and you are not me, and I am nobody in this chat or anywhere that designs a Squarespace website. You have your own life, you have your own schedule, you have other stuff hopefully going on that you can adapt around. And if like, something doesn't feel right, just because I say I do X number of projects a week, you can say, you know what? That's good for you. I'm happy for you.
I know. And I think that's the beauty of being your own boss. You get to figure out what works for you and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love sharing because I think it's always fun to like get behind the curtain. So like, I love the question, Janelle, thank you for asking it. But I do want to say though, do like what feels right for you.
Yes.
You know? Like, and be okay like with that. Just kind of, it's my blessing. Not that you needed it, but.
Janelle was asking, did I mean template build out as in selling scaling templates or template for a client to take over? So Janelle, I offer, Kristine, you'll laugh. I offer a 2-day website service where I take one of my templates and I build it out for a client. And it does not actually take 2 days, nor is the process 2 days. But from their perspective, I'm building the website in 2 days. But the course is basically how I sell that, how I run the project, how I interact with the client to make sure it's a good fit, make sure it's a win at the end, all of the processes that go behind it, all the swipe files for the emails that I send, how I run the discovery call, how I run the launch call, all of it. So you just kind of package that up if it's something that you want to offer. Kristine, it's not for you.
It's not. No, thank you. You are doing something else though. You mentioned before a membership that you're working on that might be for me, possibly. Do you want to share with everybody here what else you're working on?
Yeah, it's so funny. I, for years, have thought I should do a membership for Squarespace designers. And what would it be like? Or maybe for clients, or maybe for DIYers.
And then we actively talked you out of it because you were like, I don't want to manage that.
Yeah. And so I had Google Docs about like each one of these ideas, like in detail about how I would run it, how much it would cost a month, what it would offer. I went deep on all of these ideas and in the end, never pulled the trigger because it just never felt right.
Right.
And then right before Christmas, I was like, next year, I want to do something that's not Squarespace. I know, crazy, right? So this past year, I monetized my YouTube channel, which is a lot of Squarespace. And I wondered, could I grow and monetize another YouTube channel that is not tech related? Because honestly, I need to do something that's not tech for my brain, for my mental health.
We need that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I thought, I want to start another YouTube channel. I will never do it because it'll be too hard. It's so hard to start a YouTube channel, you guys. It's so hard. It's just painful. It's painful watching yourself. It's really bad. But I thought if I had some accountability, I could do it. Mm-hmm. So I started a YouTube Growth Lab membership. Yes. And I've
heard of.
Yes, like 50
as
people
a
joined.
YouTuber. And so far I'm like, okay, well, I'm motivated. I'm here on YouTube.
Yeah, so I am still like in that cringy of the new channel, like, what is it going to be? What are my videos? And we're kind of going prompt. Every week we get a prompt that we work on that takes between 5 and 30 minutes to help us keep moving forward. And it has been so delightful to have this group of people who are all working toward the same goal in different ways and getting different perspectives. Every other month, we're going to have an expert come and talk to us. So Becca Harpain's going to come and share her secrets next week. Yes. So that's going to be amazing.
Can people still join, or do you have to have been in since day one? Like what?
No, it's evergreen. So I'm building it
Oh,
out. So if you go into the classroom section,
mhm.
there you can get the prompts from prompt 1 and you just go in order. So you can join anytime. People could join in a year and start with prompt 1.
Very cool.
What a 40-something-year-old me could YouTube about, still wondering. I know, Janelle, I'm going to talk about packing and
Yes.
travel because I love, like, that's what I watch on YouTube. Like, that it relaxes me to watch people pack in a very orderly fashion. Like, what did you take on that trip? I might be going to, when I went to Japan, I watched people pack for Japan and it was incredibly helpful.
Are you
And
going
so
to video your packing tonight of the stuffing the Eddie Bauer jacket into the suitcase?
I'm going to actually, I was thinking about it. I think I'm going to video it once I get to New York and be like, here's what I
Unpacking.
brought. Yes. Because everybody
Unpacking.
shows like how they pack at home, but I don't know what they actually took. And I'll be like, look, this is what I actually brought with me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. Do you want to
I'm so
share?
glad you love the YouTube group. Thank
You want to
you.
share a link to
Kavita.
your
Oh, yes.
YouTube
School.
so that we can all go see what you wore to New York tomorrow?
Yes. Well, I have
the 40 below jacket or the.
It will be a little while before I post the video, but yeah, I just dropped the link in for a packing postmortem. Yes. So I will do that. I will talk about like what I took that I didn't need and then what I should have brought. And I have a feeling it's going to be warmer shoes, but I'm not going to buy shoes. I'll just wear thick socks. We'll see how it goes. Or maybe I'll take you shopping with me and I'll be like, look, I didn't bring warm shoes. Now we're buying them.
Whole different channel, shopping channel.
Yeah.
Can I sidebar for a second? Something else I'm really loving with the chats that are happening in the YouTube Growth Lab. And this is like total side. This is not a promo of YouTube Growth Lab, but you should like totally check out the link. But like just for anybody randomly watching, just like some of the conversations seem to have a thread to me. And that thread is there's a lot of people who are going through kind of pivots or kind of the same thing as like Janelle saying, like, what could I possibly like explore, or people who have ideas that they're dipping their little pinky toe into the pool on. And it makes me think about how like because you said, I just don't want to do anything with tech. I want it to be not technology.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to keep my tech channel, but I feel like my tech bucket is full.
Yeah.
I need to do something outside of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
In your tech bucket, I'm curious because I feel like a lot of the conversations that I'm kind of hearing lately are also about people exploring tech options.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you don't want to be in the tech bucket all the time, but like if you are, can we just talk about tech for a little? I mean, the name of the channel.
Yeah. Well, I have actually School, the platform that I'm using for the membership, is one of the reasons I started the membership, because before I've been in memberships in Circle and like, I don't know, name a whole bunch of them. I've been in memberships on these platforms and I don't like them. It feels overwhelming and weird. And I joined Diane Whidden's AI lab on School.
Yeah.
And it's in School. And I was like, oh, it all makes sense. It's simple.
A very clean, nice.
So clean. And I'm like, this is what I would use if I started a membership. And so then I did. So to me, School has been, now Alex Hermosi has an interest in it now. He didn't starting out. And very different philosophies on things from Alex Hermosi. But Sam Ovens is the guy that started it. He seems nice. So I'm just like, maybe I don't love, everything about the platform, but it works really well. So Janelle, yes, you can have tiers. So you can invite people for free. And then you can have tiers for other things too, where you can just have a free plan and a paid plan. Yeah, it's very simple the way it's set up. I really love the back end of it. I started off with the $9 a month plan, and it did almost everything I needed, except that I really wanted to reward, because people were inviting their friends to come join, and I wanted to reward that. So I moved to the $99 a month plan because it has affiliates. But if you don't need an affiliate program, the $9 plan a month is amazing. So yeah.
This really makes me think about because in theory, Squarespace, could house not a community, but like a course kind of, but maybe a membership, but like a membership to what? And so it just makes me think
urban community. Janelle, I like you even more.
Yes. It makes me think about like the reasons like why you would choose a tool, not Squarespace, and like, I really feel like the future of just web design in general is like being less loyal to one platform and choosing the right tool for the job.
Although I will say, I took a little foray into other web platforms. I do this from time to time. I go and check things out.
I open accounts.
For this other, and Janelle's like, yes, I feel the limitations lately with Squarespace. Yeah, same. However, so for this new channel, I'm like, I'll need a website for that channel. And what a great opportunity to go explore another platform.
I told you about this one that you're going to explore. And we have different opinions about it, but that's okay.
We do. So I set up Ghost, which is an open source blogging platform, and it also does newsletter stuff. And I set it up and I'm like, okay, I can go forward with this. And then I tried to pay them and it didn't work. And then I had like 4 emails back and forth with support so they could figure out how I could give them money.
Odd.
And then I was trying to connect Outpost with it, which is like another layer of plug-in things. And that wasn't working well. And then I had to upgrade to do that. And then I emailed them and they take forever to get back to you. And it was frustrating. And then I'm like, you know what? Just cancel it. Like every time I do anything, I have to email you and I'm out. And so, and they actually did refund me the last, not my first payment. So that's a sunk cost, but my last payment, they did refund me as like a one-time courtesy. But I'm just like, everything is just as frustrating as everything else.
Yeah. Well, sometimes the grass isn't always greener is what you're saying.
Right. Yeah. And so, for this new website, I think I'm going to go with the devil I know. Back to Squarespace.
Oh, man, just keep luring you in.
It's so funny because I also thought about like Blogger. Do you remember Blogger back in the day?
Yeah.
I'm like, could I make that work? I don't think so. But yeah, I think I'm going to go back to Squarespace because it's an easy lift for me right now because it is the devil I know.
Yeah. I think there's something to that. I mean, sometimes it's like, is Squarespace always the best tool for this job? We could debate it.
Yeah.
But is it the tool that like I feel most comfortable pushing to its absolute limit and then be able to like tweak if I need to? Yeah. And so for that, I like agree,
And also the learning curve for something new, you have to take into consideration. So with Ghost, I was having to figure everything out. Yeah. And and if I'm in Squarespace, it's like, no, I know how to do that. Megan wants to know if you also work in Shopify, asking for a friend, LOL.
Yes, I am a certified Shopify expert. I build very selectively on Shopify, not because I don't think it's an excellent tool when it's the right tool to use, but because I personally don't enjoy Shopify. There's a lot of sites or a lot of clients even where I'm like, that's probably the best thing for you, but I don't want to be the one to build it. So my answer is a yes with an asterisk, where it's like, yes,
but
for me, it's not, I don't find it's not a rewarding build. That's like I'm doing that because it's the best thing for the job, which is what part of the job is, right? I haven't used or show it since probably 2018. How about you?
It's been a while since I dabbled in it. I feel like it's kind of the worst of both worlds, honestly. So
was not expecting that.
Yeah. You have to like rebuild everything on mobile like you do with Squarespace now. So it's, And then also if you're doing a blog, you have to use the WordPress blog stuff, which if I never see a WordPress site again in my life, it's too soon.
I have 2 clients right now that are moving off of WordPress. So obviously I'm like, send me your WordPress login so I can poke around. And like every day I'm like, thank God we're going to kill this.
I did that for years and I am so glad to not do it anymore.
Yeah.
What about Framer? Framer's cool.
Framer is cool, but that's another one where I feel like the learning curve for me is
huge. Yeah. I didn't get far in it. Yeah. I was just like, there's so much that I need to figure out here. And I bailed. I started a site there and I liked how it has these modules that you can reuse. That was really cool. Yeah. The components. And I think if I were doing custom sites and didn't want or need the client to have access to them to do any updates, I would definitely look at Framer.
Yeah.
We're both parts. Yeah.
Question. So do you use Squarespace for most e-commerce other than simple small stores? I go straight to Shopify. Yeah. I mean, best tool for the job. I do think Squarespace has a more powerful e-commerce than probably a lot of people give it credit for. I think there's a lot of caveats. And I think that's fine because as we just explored, like the grass is not always greener. Like every platform's going to have its little nuances that are going to drive you up the wall. Other thing that I've been really this is going to be a wild card. The other thing that has come up a lot lately, Square, like a Square website. It's janky looking, it's not fancy, but y'all, it gets the job done. And so for so many people who are like already accepting payments via Square, because they also do like maybe in-person events, maybe you're selling at the farmer's market or you attend shows or other things. So many questions I get are about like, well, why can't I use Square as my payment processor on Squarespace? I'm like, well, you can, but you're only on this POS app and that's a little weird, but whatever. Or you can connect an extension to like sync up your inventory so you don't oversell one place to the other. It's this whole thing. And the solution, honestly, is just go to Square and make a website. If ultimately people just need someplace to click and to give you money, like Christy was saying, I just want to pay you for this, right?
Yeah. I'm actively trying to give you money. Why are you making this hard?
I just want to pay you. And so for that, I don't know, like is Shopify going to be overkill for a lot of, especially for small businesses? If you have a small, simple store, Shopify is probably overkill. Like I think Shopify is great if you're selling in international markets and you have multiple locations. And Janelle, I remember us talking about your Caribbean situation.
Yeah, but you get to live in the Caribbean, so let me break out my tiny violin. I'll take that trade off.
So yeah. Anyway, best tool for the job. I mean, or the one you like the most. That account for something, right?
Yeah. And Megan, some interesting platforms, but if a client can't work in it themselves, it's an issue for me. That's why I like Squarespace, because I don't want to have maintenance plans. And when I'm done, I want to be done until they actively need me. So while I think Framer would be a great choice if you had maintenance plans, you were managing everything for your client, kind of like we used to do with WordPress back in the day.
Yeah.
I think that if you wanted something that's not that, Squarespace is still like the best option out there. Like so much better than anything else I've looked at.
Will and I were talking the other day because we're working on a project together, and we were actually kind of saying that like with AI, a lot of things we can build now we can layer on top of Squarespace. So we get like the ease of like using this like a Squarespace text block, for the client on like, their side of things, but we might be layering on top a lot of like custom development stuff.
Yeah.
And for a lot of that, we might have to like reconsider bringing back ye old maintenance plan.
Yeah.
going to require like a dedicated server to, you know, pull APIs or, you know, host some of this more advanced code. And so it's something that like I'm thinking of for like the future moving forward, that like with all of like the cool things AI is allowing us to build, do we like need to then have a way to maintain it? So I don't know. 2026, year of the maintenance plan.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm curious too, like I've thought about bringing that back in my business occasionally, but I can't be bothered.
I kind of can't either. Kristine had a newsletter about Basic is Better. Well, yeah. I mean, if it was me, honestly, I would HTML it. I'd have a white background with some black text, and it would just be, maybe there'd be a button. So can't get too simple for me. It'd be a HTML table.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, I do think like my websites, I tend to take on simpler projects because I like that. I like the designing and I like the short timeline of those. Again, Kristine and I are different, and she likes like the strategic, like we're going to think this through and figure it all out. And I'm like, are you an author? I can build an author website in 2 weeks. Let's do it.
I love it. But that's again, there's so many websites that need
plenty to go around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're almost at time. This has been so fun. Anything else you wanted to touch on today, Kristine?
Well, I wanted to ask you, are you a word of the year person?
You know I am.
Do you want to share your word of the year?
I have 2 this year.
2, okay.
2. Fun and money.
Fun. What about just fun money?
That would be great too. But like and it's really to do with work, because I think last year to some degree, and definitely the year before, I said yes to too many things. Yeah. And so this is the year that I'm going to look at things through the lens of, is this fun? So like, this is fun. The podcast I do with Will is fun. The YouTube membership is fun. Not really making any money from any of those. Like it's all going back to like paying for other people to do things, or, you know, any money I get is like editing for the podcast.
Or get paid for this?
Sorry, Kristine, don't send me an invoice. but it's fun, right? And it kind of feeds my soul.
Feeds your soul.
Yeah.
So what's the money goals? I mean, what's the money?
Yeah, money is like, is there something that will make money in the short term, like these custom design projects, or potentially be a long-term earner, like the new course I want to build? So that is a money driver. And also it's something that I would enjoy doing. Like it's not as fun, right? It's more hard work, but it is bringing in income, which sadly we need to buy groceries. Have you seen the cost of eggs? So for me this year, that's how I'm looking at things. And I talked about this a little bit last year, and I want to do an even better job this year about looking at it through the lenses that matter. So it means I'm going to be saying no to more things this year.
I support.
And I'm kind of excited about it.
Saying no is so freeing. Yeah. Okay, I don't really do word of the year, as you know. But when you mentioned fun money, which I'm just going to lump into one thing, right?
Yeah.
So I saved this to my phone. I'm going to read it.
Oh, read it. Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, this is going to be this is a paragraph.
Wait, who is this from? I can't read it. I don't have my glasses.
I don't want to put them on blast. I've just screenshotted it from like Reddit or something.
Okay.
It's just like, I don't know, someone posted something and then it got reshared like 10 times and whatever. Here we are. It says, I want to be exactly rich enough to buy a spacious, perfectly organized kitchen where I'm not forced to stack all my pots and pans in a psychologically unmanageable way, and no richer. That's I was like, yes.
I love this goal. I love this.
My goal. So there you go. Paragraph of the year. I
love it. If you're joining us live and you have a word or paragraph of the year, feel free to share it in the chat. We would love to know.
Had me at stacking your pots and pans in a psychologically unmanageable way. I was like,
I love this. This sounds like a guy I follow on Instagram who has really fun things to say. I'll share him with you, Kristine. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah, I'm like, look, I just need to not be stressed out by my daily life. I need to be exactly rich enough to be able to do that. I need to be no richer, and that's the vibes. So I think that kind of fits actually with your fun money.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. Like, what's important? Just make enough for that.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Thanks, Janelle. Thank you, everybody who joined us today. This was so much fun.
All right, we'll see Kristine,
you. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you guys next quarter.
All right. Frank says bye.